quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final way in Week 14?
Here's Demir Bird to return from his end zone. And he will be blocked out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
2nd and 10.
Another run here with Sanders. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And you look at this Saints defense.
They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're starting from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their 35-yard line.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in Week 2. And it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara.
And Kamara's going to have a Saints 1st down. The Saints at 500 at 6 and 6. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, go, 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 go.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Yeah, they would have been happy with the first down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there. And he bumps it to the outside, and is just going to run away from defenders on his way toward the pylon.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Bird to return from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs.
Taking it right down Broadway. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Young. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. You look at the Saints defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Young to throw it. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the Saints are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. Winston now from the 50. Little short pass here to Hill. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Even.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And down to the 41.
That's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
This is 2nd and 8.
They go play action. Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Perry. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Hey, 5 on 50. 5 on 50. Hey, 5-0.
Olave motioning to the left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
Out there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Winston to the sideline here on 4th down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try.
The kick by Lutz is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Bird will not bring this out, and the drive will begin at the 25.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Meanwhile, Young's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this second quarter. They're moving it pretty good. And that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ready. Young. Escaping the pressure right. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Jonathan Mingo with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Now a 2nd and 10.
To throw, Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Winston.
Alvin Kamara wheeling it in on back-to-back plays.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Back deep, Damiere Byrd.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Young's throw here on target to Hurst.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Second down at 6 now from the 42.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Here's Young.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. That was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
Ready?
A lack of discipline defensively on fourth down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Play action now. Winston.
Completes it to Perry. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now Winston. They complete it to Hill. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy's steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
J.C. Horn, really nice defensive effort. He'll get the tackle for loss.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
In motion right, Olave.
White.
Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play fake. Winston rolling to his right. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Winston. Flush to his right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team moves it away.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Ready?
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd down and 4. Now Young. And connecting here with DJ Shark. Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good start. Yard line.